Hi, everybody. This is the Investing Teacher, high school science teacher, teaching others how to invest. In this weekly update video, I'm going to go over my positions for the week, possible trades for next week, and did a little bit of a different strategy for some of these. Actually bought to close a little bit earlier than normal. I want to show you some of the reasons why. Like, subscribe, smash all that good stuff. Definitely helps out the channel. Share with others that might be interested in this stuff. And let's get right to it. All right, so in this really big chart of numbers, focus on the purple and the blues. The purple are still open positions that actually a few of them will be closed, and the blue ones are trades that I made this week. For the purple ones, I have GTE that expired on 3/19. It's actually going to expire today, and it's going to get called. These are cash secured puts for the strike price of 1, and it was at about 82 cents. So I will be assigned on these. It was actually 15 total, and I'll be getting 1,500 shares of GTE, which I'll be selling covered calls on next week. Those are monthly calls. I could get maybe $10 per, so $150 in premium for that one. There's my GTE. I also had 5 covered calls on it, so it's really 5 plus the 10 here ends up being 15. I did sell covered calls on it, made $31. It's going to buy to close at 0 because it's going to expire worthless. So it's a $31 premium on it. GSAT, very good trade here. I had 12 positions of GSAT. Started in the beginning of the month, ended at 319, made $132 premium. It ended at about 1.58, pretty close to the 1.5, but expired worthless. Buy to close at 0, $132 profit off 15 times 12. So 1.5 times 12, we had $1,800. 132 divided by 1,800 made a 7.3% return on this particular position in only 3 weeks. I'll take that every day of the week and Sunday twice. Next, NEO. Here's a few of them that I did a little bit differently. For NEO, it was 315. I made the trade, made it go out to 326. Stock price is at 44 and change. Made a strike at 40 for a $94 premium. And I decided to buy it to close it at 55, literally the next day. So I'll take a $39 gain in a day. That was 1% gain that I took right away. Just wanted to take my profits early. SOS, I was a little scared of. 747, made a catch spread at 7. It went down to 7 and 0.05 or so. So I actually got out of the position. I bought the close at 43. I still made $4 on this trade, even though the stock was going against me at the time, and I was still able to get out before 7 at a slight profit. NVIS, another really good trade. I made 4 catch-your puts for $319. Premium was $240. Bought to close at $148 pretty quickly for a $92 gain. Then NVIS I did again for $416, $456 premium. Bought to close early again at $360, made a $96 gain. So almost $200 on NVIS this week alone. BTBT was at 17, sold one at 15 for $50. Bought to close for $20, $30 gain again, a few days. PNGO actually expired worthless. Didn't put this in the system yet. So bought to close at 0. Made a quick $16 in 2 days. Palantir, I rolled my position. It was a 24.66. I sold a cover call at 25, really close to the money here, but my cost basis was 23.56. Made a $60 premium. The stock actually went down after that, so I bought to close at 25. Made a $35 premium on that. Mara, another one, 42.19. Strike price at 32. Notice there's a lot of room for error here. Premium was 80. Bought to close at 48 in about 2 hours, literally that day. So I was taking profits early when they were available. PLTR made a new position from my previous covered call. I went out to 27 instead of 25. $68 premium. I'm going to hold that for a little bit. The last 2 trades I made, which will be ones that I recommend later. Riot for $319, made a $326 weekly. Stock's at 61. Sold the strike at 45. Big room for error there. $50 premium. $50 over 45. Looking at a little over 1% in a week with this huge out of the money position. The delta is 0.06, which means there's a 6% chance that it might expire worthless. I don't particularly trust that number because it is a very volatile, high implied volatility stock, but never know. I'll take it if I can get it. And the last one, CNDI, 319 for 416. Stock price 696. Sold the strike at 5. $69 total. It was 23 per position and a delta of 0.15. So in this particular week, I was testing out buying to close a little earlier than I normally do. I could have kept a lot of these positions later, closer to expiration. When I was starting in January and February, a lot of the times I would start my position, try to buy to close it with a 75% profit and half the trading time. This week I went a little bit different. I bought to close a lot earlier to collect the premiums, lock in those profits. The way that I was trying to think about this was whatever the percent return is for the time period, if I already collected more compared to the number of days, then I'll just close the position at that point. To make the numbers a little bit easier, let's say you have a $100 premium, and let's say it goes 10 days out, which means you would be getting $10 per day in premium if it went in a linear fashion. If I was able to close for, say, $25 on the first day, you already made a bigger percentage gain on that time period compared to what it was before. And in those particular positions, I just bought to close it out to get the extra profit than it would have been if I kept it out throughout the whole thing. This is another avenue I'm considering doing in the future. It does take a little bit more time to manage it, watching your position, seeing what happens. One way you could do this is set a limit order for a little bit higher than what the rate is. So for instance, if it's a $100 premium, 10 days out, you could set a limit order that day for say $75, maybe $80. Because if you could get it for buy to close at 80, you suddenly made $20 in one day when you should have gotten only $10 in that day. And then if it happens to hit, it hits, and that's great. I did that with MVIS, by the way. I set the limit order at 60, which I knew was higher than the rate that I made for the day. And then it happened to hit. And lo and behold, have more money, make a new position, use that extra premium to add to the positions as well. So let me know if that might be a possible thing to think about when you're looking at trades. If anyone does that, leave me let us know in the chat. Definitely want to see what other options you might have with that. Okay, here are two possible positions. I did do these positions myself on Friday, so you might get pretty similar premiums on Monday. For Riot, the secure put at 45, 25.8% out of the money in just 1 week. The stock could tank, it could go down 20%, and you still could earn money on this. Paid 0.8% in a week, and 93% chance of making it work. So the delta is 0.07. Something to consider. If you want to take a little bit more risk, you could go a little bit further out, maybe around 50 or so. You could double the premium from 45 to 92, get almost 2% in a week, and the delta is pretty reasonable still at 0.26. Another one I recommend is KNDI. KNDI is $7 right now. You could sell the cash put at 5 for a month out, and this pays 4% from the bid price at 20. So 4% premium a month. The delta is only 0.15, so pretty safe compared to a lot of positions that you can look at. And cost basis if put is minus the 20, $5 minus 20 cents, $4.80. So if you particularly like this stock, you might get it at a discount. Instead of $7, $4.80 is your cost basis, and you get to receive the premium from it. So obviously the premium won't matter much if it went down to $4.80, but at least it's money in your pocket. At least you have that extra $20 you could do with other trades. All right, so this is the Investing Teacher, high school science teacher, teaching others how to invest. If you've noticed in any of the previous videos in the series, I always give 2 recommendations on possible cash secured puts for the next week. If you might be interested in something a little bit more regular looking at positions, possibly even every day, let me know in the chat box below. Leave a comment, and it might be something that I'll do more in the future. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next week.